It's preparing to live stream. Perfect. Okay, and come back here. And let's do this. Let's do this. And record.
Okay, welcome everybody to our online theta healing session. Today we're just going to flow, we're just going to see what comes up. What has been coming up already is that it seems like it's very easy for people to get swept into the storm of life. I don't know about your area, but in our area yesterday it was really stormy. I mean, to the point where I was practicing some balancing poses at the beach and I could barely stand on one foot. I felt like I was being blown away. And I think that happens quite a bit in life too. It doesn't take stormy weather to get us out of balance and throw us off, you know, in our minds, and then with the emotions, with other people, with whatever we're doing. So we're going to focus today on whatever comes up energetically, but I'm feeling that's a good starting point to see what we can do so that we can come back to balance and then also stay balanced no matter what happens around us, whether suddenly there's hail or snow or maybe even a flood, or whether anything emotional happens in us, something happens around us with other people. No matter what, we have such beautiful tools that help us to come back to balance and to stay balanced. We just need to know about these tools and remember that we can all access them and we can use them on a day-to-day basis. And if we use them on a day-to-day basis, or at least a few times a week, we get more used to it. So then we can remember when we really need it. We can remember what it was that we practiced to enhance our balance. And just a couple of things that we're doing here tonight is we have a nice candle burning. So if your mind is really busy, or if you feel really stressed or overwhelmed, and what Casey's doing is, you want to explain, or?
Purification. You know, the fire is symbolic of life and death. It's a great destroyer. It's a great oxidizer, as we know it, and as such, it's a great purification tool. It's also life-giving, representing the birth, renewal, the newness. So it has all aspects integrated within it. In the traditions of India, the celebration of the Agni, the fire, through an ajna, a sacred fire ceremony. We actually had one last week for those of you that had joined us. We did a purification ceremony. And you'll see always when the pujari brings the fire to you, it's customonial to feel the heat and absorb the light of the fire and bring it into the spiritual eye and through to the crown chakra, so that vibration is very uplifting.
And we'll share that with you now that you've already explained it. So here you go. In case you don't have your own Agni, your own fire right now, you can use our flame, and you may not even see the flame because of the reflection, but there is a flame. So feel free to do that. You know, take that fire of purification, take it and bring it to your third eye, between that spiritual point between your eyebrows and just to your crown chakra, and sort of sweep away with that fire of purification anything you're worried about, that's stressing you, that's creating anxiety, that storm in your mind or in your life. And then we have more fire going on. We're burning incense. It's behind the camera right now, but you may see a little bit. That's what Casey was saying earlier. You may see a little smoke coming this way. And And again, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful tool for purification. And of course, there are lots of different scents for candles, for incense. So lavender is very calming. Rose can be strengthening in such a beautiful, soothing way. So you can really look for something that is in alignment with what you need at this time. Always create a sacred space. And Yogananda says, environment is stronger than will. So if we're stressed out and if we try in our own way to get back to balance, it sometimes takes much more effort than if we create an environment that allows us to soften, to let go, to purify. And those are just some simple tools that all of you can use that can already help so much to calm down and feel centered and balanced without even really needing to shift much in yourself. I love to take Epsom salts baths with lavender oil. Again, the lavender is very soothing for the nervous system, very calming for the emotions. And the Epsom salt is very cleansing. If you have any arthritis, any pain in your body, it's so purifying and healing. So hot Epsom salt lavender bath is so healing for the body, mind, and soul. And all of those three together, the candle, incense, and bath, is just such a beautiful, nurturing and nourishing experience.
So stay tuned for next week, where Anke and I will be coming live from our lavender suite, where we'll be in the tub.
I thought you were going to say that, and then I thought, no. Live from the bathtub.
We actually have a dear friend who's a longtime healer from Santa Cruz, Chris Call, elderly woman, very gifted. She does all her healing sessions in the bath. So it's really interesting how she goes into the warm water in her tub with the elements, as Anke has expressed, and it brings her into that seventh plane, into that higher state of super consciousness, where she's able to then bring healing vibrations in for her clients. So I walked in on her healing session before many years ago, and I was quite embarrassed.
Well, and water in itself is also so purifying in a different way. So we have the fire that can burn whatever may be stuck too. And then we have the water, just like in our sunset picture behind us. We have that fiery sunset, and then we have the of course the different elements, the air, the water, the ocean. So we have that cooling ocean. So we can use the fire to also build some heat. Maybe if we feel stuck, if we feel depressed, we can use that fire energy to create more energy, create more fire. And we can use like a cooling water to calm ourselves too. So we can either use it as energization or to calm ourselves. But in any case, the fire and water is so purifying. So another great simple tool that we probably all have access to is water. Just to wash our hands when we, especially these days, a lot of us wash our hands so much. And anytime you wash the dishes, you feel water going along your hands, really feel that you're washing away any anger, any frustration, irritation, resentment, regret, sadness, grief, worry, doubt, fear, whatever comes up for you, whatever you're dealing with, wash it away. And rather than just thinking, okay, I'm just doing the dishes, we can think about, okay, we're cleansing the dishes, and at the same time, we're cleansing our whole being, our body, mind, and soul from everything that no longer serves us, so that then we can come back to this space of serenity and peace. So these just came to me. Also, I feel many times we stand, let me see if this works with the camera, we stand sort of on one foot. Yeah, I think it's gonna work. And like we bend one knee and one foot goes out to the side, I don't know if you can see my feet, but basically like one foot is out to the side and we already give energy away rather than having both feet facing forward and just gently bending our knees. And then we're so strong, like Casey could try to push me and I would just be strong, I think. But if I was standing like this with my foot out, giving out the energy, he could probably touch me with his little finger and I would almost fall over. So if there is this storm of life going on, so helpful to have both feet facing forward when we're standing, micro-bending the knees and just really feeling our feet connected to the earth, almost rooted into the earth. You can imagine these roots going into the earth and feeling that support from the earth. That is another really powerful tool to stay strong in who we are rather than being swayed like the palm trees yesterday in that storm. So these were just some simple tools that I thought could be very helpful and easy to do wherever we are. And then why do we get swept away? Why do we lose our center? Many times it's that we're expecting our journey to flow in a certain way, or we're expecting a certain outcome. Maybe we're expecting somebody to say something or not do something. And then something different happens. And it's so easy to lose our center. So what if we can surrender and flow with whatever is going to happen? Staying centered and serene in those changes, rather than losing our center and getting into the emotions, the disappointment, maybe the anger, resentment towards another person, towards a different outcome. That doesn't really serve anybody. So letting go of attachment, expectations is so important for our own serenity and also to function in this world and with other people in a balanced way. So let's just close our eyes and take a few deep breaths. And notice if you're breathing through the mouth or through the nose. Not judging it. Just notice. And then if you're breathing through your mouth, start breathing through your nose and notice how that feels. Just deep, slow breaths. That's also a beautiful tool that's always with you. Your breath and the prana, the life force. When we take these slow, deep breaths, it's so calming for the nervous system. Slows down our heart rate. And then we can make choices from this place of calm energy and centeredness, rather than from a place of wind or too much storm in our minds. And then just focus on what you like to let go of. What is creating this storm in your life or in your thoughts? What are you holding on to that's creating imbalance in any area of your being or your life? And for most people, it's probably related to either the past or the future. Sometimes it's pain in this moment. Many times it's fear of the future, fear of the unknown, regret about the past or sadness from the past. Whatever that is for you, breathe it out. Trust that it can change. Trust that you can be free from it. And just allow the inhalation to happen. If any positive thought comes, that's fine. But you don't need to look for that. Just focus on breathing out the limiting energy that you like to release. And to be able to really feel uplifted and joyful and happy, it's also important to let go of the limiting, restrictive energy so that the joy and the happiness can be even more joyful, even freer, and even more pure. And then what is it that you would like to bring into life, into your being, into your life, that would help you to stay joyful or become joyful, no matter how stormy it gets around you, how challenging it gets around you? What is it that you would like to cultivate that will help you to stand serene in the storm of life? And breathe that in. It could just be one word: calmness, centeredness, courage, truth. Could be a soul quality, or you can phrase it as an affirmation. I am serene. I'm strong. I'm stable. I flow through life. Whatever that is, breathe that in. And then with every exhalation, you can breathe out whatever you like to release. With every inhalation, breathe in what you need at this time or in a challenging time. And then notice where your gaze is. If the gaze is down, sometimes we go into negative emotions more easily, the downward energies. If you gently lift your gaze, even with your eyes closed, to your third eye, your intuitive center between your eyebrows, you may find that you feel more uplifted. Now you're rounding in, and your shoulders down, or is your spine straight, and are your shoulders rolled back so your heart is open to feel that joy and gratitude and your positive affirmation or soul quality. So subtle things that can actually make a big energetic difference. And then let's practice the mudra, placing all fingertips together. So the tips of both thumbs, tips of the index fingers, tips of the middle fingers, tips of the ring fingers, and tips of the little finger. And you can hold your hands wherever they like to be at this time. Maybe they like to be towards your heart, your solar plexus for inner strength, digesting life. Or you could just rest your hands on your legs. Just be soft in your arms and in your energy, and allow your hands to move wherever they like to move at this time. Already practicing the flow, not resisting, just allowing, not expecting even your hands to go to a certain place, but just being open to what might happen when you allow freely. Breathing in your positive feeling or affirmation. Breathing out whatever you like or need to let go of that's preventing you from feeling centered and peaceful. And you can relax your hands down and see what your hands like to do. My fingers are still in the same mudra. Maybe your hands like to open up. So allow the flow. You can sigh out whatever you like to release, creating more space for what needs to come in, for what wants to come in. And sometimes we don't even consciously know what we need. And that's a great place to be too. Just be open to what the creator, what the universe is going to bring you. Just center yourself in your heart. And then expand out from this place of love and compassion in your heart. Expand out and feel this love and compassion for the people around you, the animals, the space around you. Also, maybe the challenging people around you. Family, friends, people you know, people that you've had conversations with. Just expand your consciousness with this love and light out further, becoming one with the room that you're in, the building, the town that you're in, the state that you're in. Continue expanding out and become one with the country that you're in from this place of love and compassion. And become one with all the countries. Expanding out in love and compassion. Become one with this planet. Continue expanding out. Become one with all the planets. Become one with all that is, in love and compassion. You're one with the Creator, one with creation, one with the universe, one with all that is. There's no more sense of separation. From here, we're going to go into the group healing. So, as always, I'm going to ask you for permission. With everything we'll do, we all have free will. So it's all between you and the Creator, you and the universe. So if what I asked you, if it resonates with you, just say yes out loud. This way you'll receive either the positive download or the release on the history, core, genetic, and soul level. You'd like to know how to stay in love and compassion and trust that it's possible for you at all times.
Yes.
And then if you've said yes, it's going to be downloaded on the history, core, genetic, and soul level. So then you feel, once you go about your regular life, you feel that you're really one with this concept, basically. The energy is integrated into you. Would you like to release all regret, resistance, pain, shock, and trauma from the past that no longer serves you from Creator's perspective?
Yes.
We'll send it into the Creator's light to be transformed into love and light. Would you like to trust that everything that happened in the past, everything that's happening now, and that will happen, happens for a good reason?
Yes.
Would you like to be open to learning the lessons that you're being shown, or that the Creator is trying to show you, how to slow down, be present in the moment, and be open to receiving the answers and learning the lessons in your highest and best ways?
Yes.
Would you like to trust that who you are and what you do is enough and good enough?
Yes.
Would you like to release the belief that you're restricted, that you're stuck, you're limited, and confined in any way?
Yes.
Just breathe it out and let it go. Would you like to release the belief that those limiting thoughts or patterns that you've had for a long time will never change?
Yes.
Would you like to know how to co-create change and allow change in your highest and best way, and trust that it's safe for you?
Yes.
Would you like to know how to let go of rigidity in your body, with your thoughts, in your life, and open up to flexibility in your highest and best ways?
Yes.
Would you like to release the belief that will always be a storm in your mind or in your life, and that you'll always be out of balance because of it?
Yes.
Would you like to know how to live without being swept away in the storm? And would you like to know how to stay centered, balanced, and calm?
Yes.
Can we align your definition, perspective, and understanding of peace, presence, and calmness with Creator's definition, perspective, and understanding?
Yes.
Would you like to trust on all levels that there's enough time and space for you to be calm and practice inner peace and still be efficient and live your purpose in this life?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective on when to be active, when to take action and be proactive, and when to be calm and just be?
Yes.
And in our actions, we don't need to lose our peace. As Yogananda suggests, a beautiful way of life is to be actively calm and calmly active. Would you like to know how to manifest that, how to live that in your highest and best ways?
Yes.
So to release the belief that you will run out of time before you can complete your mission, and release the fear of running out of time.
Yes.
So like to know how to relate to time in a positive way rather than being stressed out because of time or the seemingly limited amount of time.
Yes.
So like to know how to live without creating reasons to be stressed, to be overwhelmed, and to be anxious.
Yes.
She'd like to know how to get things done in a calm way, peaceful and present way, rather than procrastinating and then rushing to get something done.
Yes.
She'd like to know how to be fully alive without needing stress.
Yes.
Sometimes people believe that peace is boring. She like to know how to feel fulfilled in peace.
Yes.
It's a nice reminder that we're human beings, not human doings. So would you like to know how and when to allow yourself to just be without any guilt or without the fear of not getting something done?
Yes.
Would you like to know how to feel empowered in yourself and empower others rather than feeling that you're being overpowered by others or you need to overpower others?
Yes.
And it's related to our solar plexus, our power center, and also really our center. Would you like to know how to digest all of your experiences with clarity, ease, and grace?
Yes.
And when something intense happens around you, or happens in your life, would you like to know how to tune in to the real meaning of it?
Yes.
Would you like to trust that life is happening for you rather than to you or against you?
Yes.
Would you like to release the belief that you're a victim to certain circumstances and replace that with your power in your life and you are empowered?
Yes.
Can we align your definition, perspective, and understanding of power and empowerment with Creator's definition, perspective, and understanding?
Yes.
And just being, feeling peace is as powerful as doing something that's important. So the meaning of power has been misunderstood so many times. You'd like to know how to feel the power of peace in your whole being.
Yes.
You'd like to know how to create a sacred space, a calming energy, uplifting energy around you so that it's easier for you to feel it in your mind, your heart, your body, your soul.
Yes.
You'd like to know how to bring people into your peace or into peace, into truth, rather than you allowing yourself to get swept into stress and uncenteredness.
Yes.
Would you like to know how to be compassionate and understanding towards the people that are emotional, that are going through a really hard time, and trust that you can still stay centered no matter what's going on with the people around you.
Yes.
Would you like to know how to purify your emotions, your thoughts, your body, your life in your highest and best ways from Creator's perspective?
Yes.
Would you like to know how to allow yourself to receive as much as you give?
Yes.
Would you like to trust that there's enough time and space for silence and stillness?
Yes.
Would you like to know how to tune into God's guidance, receive God's guidance in your highest and best ways, and act on that guidance?
Yes.
And to do that, we usually need to be calm, calm our minds, calm our bodies, enjoy some silence, and then we can receive the answers in all kinds of ways. We may hear it, we may see it, get a vision, we may receive an answer the next day. So would you like to be open to all the possibilities of being guided on your path?
Yes.
Take a few deep breaths, breathing in whatever else you need at this time. You can imagine also that there's a storm happening around you. Do you feel that it's possible for you to be calm and peaceful, strong, serene, centered? Or is there anything else that you need to be able to experience that? I'd like to know how to go through life with gratitude and appreciation.
Yes.
And breathe in whatever else you need at this time. Breathe out anything else you like to release. You like to release all remaining stress, anxiety, worry, doubt, fear that no longer serves you.
Yes.
Just breathe it out and let it go with gratitude. Can we fill your whole being with Creator's unconditional love and light? Start deepening your breath, breathing with your affirmation that you said in the beginning. And just notice how you feel. Notice that you're strong and calm, serene, in the center of any storm that may be going on. You can stay strong, no longer need to lose yourself in the storm. And there are also beautiful balancing poses, yoga poses that can help us, like tree pose, dancer, eagle pose, that really help us to come back to serenity, come into balance, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, into that center. And feel free to bring some movement into your fingers and toes. And I like to rotate your wrists. Hands are about doing with gentleness, with kindness, compassion towards yourself and others, with peace. Stretch your arms up if that feels good. We always have choices. We're never a victim. There's never really anything bad that happens to us. Everything is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to practice staying in our center. So in that way, life is really an amazing gift. All the experiences we go through are really beautiful gifts. So take this peace, this centeredness, this calmness and inner strength with you into the rest of the day and into your life, and practice some positive affirmations, practice some balancing yoga poses, the deep breathing, so that when you really need it, you have it, you're used to it and you can practice it more easily. So thank you so much for joining. Feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channels, lots of great tools for health, balance, peace, and share it with your friends. And let us know what else you'd like to see, what else can help you in your life, any area of your life. And tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific time, we'll have our satsang with meditation. And Thursday morning, 10 a.m. Pacific time, yoga with ThetaHealing. We'll probably practice some balancing poses this week too. Have a beautiful rest of the night, rest of the day.